What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. Today, joining the show, we have four-star linebacker recruit Grant Godfrey. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. The first thing I want to dive into is just a pretty generic question, but is the recruitment process. It is kind of heating up with you right now for visits because, obviously it's kind of far away, but early national sign days in December, a lot of people kind of commit in the summer. So what's like the whole process been like for you?
It's been pretty hectic, these last few weeks or so of the spring, getting invited to all these practices. Got to have a very tight schedule. And then I think I'm going to make my commitment around next year in January, February on the first signing day for sure. But I'm going to start cutting schools down by this summer though.
Definitely. So something that I've always been interested in knowing, but with the recruitment process, I feel like a lot more people, like especially since you're entering your senior year after the summer ends for high school, a lot of the media is going to start wanting to cover you more and like talk to you about what's the process been like. So have a lot of like people been trying to like reach out to you and trying to like get an understanding of where you're at in your recruitment?
There's so many people. It's like there's so many 24/7 writers, rivals writers, on three writers that it's almost every day for someone to see me. So it's pretty hectic.
Yeah, I bet. What's that been like for you though? Like how you've been able to like handle it?
I mean, I've talked to almost everybody right now, almost every day just talking about it. So it's been pretty cool. How fun it.
Definitely. So obviously your brother RJ, friend of the show, he got recruited, I guess, last year for basketball. He's signed with Clemson, and then your dad played played football in the 90s, went to Georgia. But how have they, although it's been like I guess different time frame for your dad, different sport for your brother, how have they helped you with like recruitment?
Seeing my brother get recruited, it was a long learning process for sure. Seeing him, go to all them colleges on visits and seeing him get the mail and stuff. It just taught me to take my time. And my dad said the same thing: take your time, don't rush anything, and don't make any bad moves.
Definitely. Right now, with visits coming up, you just went on a couple. I think Duke and Wake Forest a couple weeks ago, and then you have Florida and Tennessee coming up, and maybe even took one to Clemson earlier too. But like, what's it been like going on all these tours and visiting all these colleges?
It's been very awesome. I mean, seeing the facilities and talking to the coaches, it's been a very great process. I look forward to going on some more visits too, also in the summer for sure. But besides that, it's been a cool, great experience.
So when you're going through the visits in the recruitment process, is there like what do you want to kind of get out of the school? Like what are you looking for to want to commit there?
I'm looking for, I always ask the coaches this. I'm looking for where they're gonna play me at, where they see me progressing, and then also I check for I just check on, how they coach. Basically, are they like mean, feisty coaches, or how they coach are gonna talk to me if I messed up, or are they gonna scream and stuff. So I like to check out and just see that,
Do you have like a specific like position preference you want to be at at the next level?
I prefer outside linebacker or edge, but I can play anything. So
Definitely. So when you visited Clemson a couple weeks ago, you had the chance to meet in Coach Goodwin, and he kind of, I think a quote you had was saying he just seemed like really cool and really smart. But what made him, or what made you want to say that about him? Like, what did he do to make you realize he's a pretty cool guy?
We were sitting there watching film, and he was one of the smartest coaches he's one of the smartest coaches I've ever seen coach the game. Just the way he just puts it out to you. And at practice, if he sees something wrong, he'll stop it and just talk to you about what happened, like that certain play too. So he's definitely one of the smartest coaches I've ever seen coach. So
yeah, definitely. So obviously North Gwinnett, they produce like a lot of talented football players. Barrett Carter at Clemson, Jaden Ivey now at Ole Miss. I see you rocking the Ole Miss shirt right now. Hancock at Ohio State. But have they kind of like talked to you a little bit about their school, and like have they kind of trying to like persuade you to go there?
I mean, not really. Besides, I mean, Bears definitely talked to me about going there, but at the end of the day, they're my boys, and I'm gonna talk to them before I make my big decision. But right now, it's definitely Barrett in the league. He loves talking to me about Clemson and how I would fit in. So it's pretty cool.
It definitely, and I did see a little bit ago, at least when Ivy was at Georgia Tech before transferring to Ole Miss, that you mentioned that you were really close to him and potentially wanted to like go and play with him. Is that still kind of true today, or is it just
For sure.
Best for you?
Yeah, me and Jared have been long time friends for like since I was like 2. So yeah, I would always love to play with Jared too. He's a close friend of mine.
Definitely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Leminski Hall, he's like the defensive end coach at Clemson. I think you and him and your father had like a decent relationship with one another, but has he talked to you about Clemson too?
Yeah, he does. He talks to my dad too. He tells him how much of a great place it is. And him and my dad played on the same team. He played for the Cowboys also. Mm-hmm. My dad played for him too, so they have a good bond. So he wants me to come up, a lot. So yeah, he's a good friend of my dad. So yeah, he's a good cool coach.
That's cool. That's great to hear. So one final thing I have about, I guess, Barrett. I was talking to him and I was trying to figure out if any like cool stories about you. Couldn't really think of any, but he did want me to ask you. I guess your first Instagram username was 21 Lizard, and he was curious of why you named it that.
All right. So about 21 Lizard. So my first childhood number, I was actually number 21. Deion Sanders and LT were my favorite players, and so I rocked 21. And I had a lizard. He was a bearded dragon. So yeah, so that's where I got 21 Lizard from. And then that was my first name before I got hacked. I don't even know how I got hacked, but my account got hacked when I was like 8 or 9. So I had to get rid of that account. But yeah, 21 Lizard, it was for my football number and my lizard I had. So I named myself 21 Lizard.
Hey, shout out the Lizard, man. R.I.P. But
yeah, R.I.P.
So playing football at North Gwinnett, you obviously, like I said, you played with some talented people. You continue to do, Caden McDonald in particular. But have you guys been kind of going through the recruitment process together, or has it been like separate?
Oh yeah, we had tried to schedule some visits together, but it always never works out. But this summer, for sure, we're gonna be going on some visits too. Tyler Wallen also, he's a big time DN coming out right now, so we're gonna get some visits definitely.
Would you ever think about trying to go to the same school as any of them?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. We gotta talk that out, and if we fit in, certainly, like if we like the way we fit in at these certain schools and we like the way we play, at these positions, I for sure think that we'll be able to play together.
Definitely. And, as of right now, do you have like a couple of teams that like stand out to you above the rest, or is it just you're kind of trying to narrow, just still look at them all?
I'm still looking at them all, but I'll probably say the schools I've visited, but I still have a lot to go though. So, after spring picks up, I think I'll get a few more offers. So I don't really know yet, but for sure the schools I visited right now are the ones standing out.
Definitely. Now looking, forward to, or I guess North Gwinnett football in particular. Obviously the season didn't go maybe the way you wanted to, but like, what are the goals for you and your team for this coming year?
We had a very young team last year, so with a lot of players returning, I feel like we're gonna improve a lot. We had a very young DB core, a very new DB core per se. So that and our offense will turn that around for sure. And I think we'll make I think we'll win the championship this year.
Definitely. I mean, you'll be a senior, so you're gonna have to be, I guess, a leader of that defense, leader of the team. So how do you think you can kind of grow into that role?
I definitely know. Me and Caden led last year too, because we didn't have a lot of senior leadership. So me and Caden had to lead last year too, and so I think we can lead our team back to a championship.
Definitely. And, you know, you play one of the toughest, you know, high school football regions, Georgia football in general, which is another animal. But how do you think you've grown as a player since you first started to all the way now?
I think I've grown a lot. I used to be very shy of contact and scared of contact. I do have to admit that. So I think now that I'm bigger now, I turn that around. You know, I like the physicality because I was about 6'2", 180-pound linebacker. Now I'm 6'3", 215. So I feel like I could just turn that around.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. And, you know, obviously watching film is important to being a great player. And, you know, I obviously watch film with your coaches, but I also saw that you watch film with your dad on Thursdays, I believe. But who's worse watching film with your dad or with your coaches?
Definitely Coach Stewart. Coach Stewart, he's an excellent, great coach. But when you mess up, I mean, it's yeah. he starts getting at you.
That's funny. That's funny. How does your dad help you? Does he like break it down for you? You just kind of watch it
Yeah.
to reinforce
He
it?
breaks down what like I need to work on and some of the good plays I make because I do make. So he just likes to coach me up too.
Definitely. You know, you played basketball with North Gwinnett and went to the Elite Eight. Ended up losing to Norcross, which wasn't ideal. But what was like the whole process like? Just the whole time going to the playoffs. Like, what did that mean to you playing in that?
It was a very fun season. Got to play my brother one last time before he goes off, so that was a bittersweet moment. But I thought we were gonna win the championship too. I mean, we're a great team. It just didn't turn out how it was supposed to go. So
Yeah, definitely. You know, I heard that you want to try and average 22-7 next year. Your brother doesn't think you can do it, but why do you think you can do that?
I think I could average like 22-7 because I've been practicing in the yard too. So I think I could hit some of the shots I do in the yard. So I mean, man, I think I can average more than 22-7 now after practicing, but for sure I can do something.
Sounds like you're gonna walk on a basketball team wherever you go to college.
Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah. Would you be interested in trying to go to like the same college as your brother? I guess Clemson.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. That's been one of our dreams to go to the same college too, and both make it to the leagues. Him in the NBA, mine in the NFL. But I mean, it all depends on what I play too. So
yeah, definitely.
I hope it does work out though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, Grant, do you have any final things you want to say in general?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm just really happy that I could be on here. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Well, I wish you the best of luck with your recruitment and everything, and you're able to figure things out over the spring and the summer.